Hi, I'm Brian Crombie, and we're going to be talking on The Brian Crombie Show. We're going to be talking about politics, arts, business, and social issues on The Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Good evening and welcome to the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. We're talking basketball tonight with Tom Rajabzadeh, who is a buddy of mine who I think is one of the most impressive gentlemen you'll ever meet, because this guy got, you just get this, he got a scholarship to the University of Maine for both basketball and soccer. How many people do you know that play collegiate soccer and collegiate basketball under scholarship at the same time? Like, unbelievable that this guy got it. And now he's a top basketball agent in Canada. And unquestionably, you know, we were tired of COVID-19. We were tired about some of the other issues. And what were we all captivated by during the month of August? And that was NBA playoff basketball and the Raptors and what was happening with the Raptors. And now what are we focused on? I got to tell you, too many people are talking about what are the Raptors going to do during the off season? What are they going to do between this year and next year? And will the basketball gurus figure out some trades and some changes and some signings that get the Raptors back to where we all want them to be next year? Anyway, Tom, how are you? Welcome to our show.
I'm very well, thank you. Thank you for the kind introduction.
So how do you play both soccer and basketball the same time?
Well, you know what? I was one of the lucky ones just growing up, learning how to play soccer. It's a very affordable sport. All you need, ball and pair of shoes. And it came very natural to me. And then obviously, you know, basketball, again, is another simple sport. All you need is a ball and a pair of shoes.
You weren't playing center.
No.
You were guard.
I was the passing guard. I just passed the ball.
You didn't do the three-pointers?
I did, when I was open and permitted by the coach.
And how did you become an agent?
Well, after I finished my collegiate career, I went out pro. I played in Austria, and then I came back.
Played basketball or soccer?
Played soccer, pro soccer. And then you know, corporate Canada wasn't for me in a sense of this regular routine per se, but I still wanted to do sports, so I stuck it out and founded my company, and you know, I was helping a lot of young Canadians get scholarship to university colleges, and when they graduated, they wanted to go pro. I became an agent and represented them, and now we're here.
So, what do you think of the Raptor season?
I think it was a great season considering the circumstances and the conditions that they were playing during the coronavirus. You know, the NBA had to make that decision as to, okay, stop play for somewhere around 146 days. And then I think at that time they decided to bring the teams to play in Orlando, Walt Disney, in a very
constrained bubble.
Yeah, it's called a bubble, closed environment, and they played the games. They had a short preseason there, and then right into the playoff and to complete the season, as it's going actually right now. Los Angeles Lakers playing the Denver Nuggets for deciding Game 3.
They didn't win. Why do you think they didn't win in the end, the Raptors?
The Toronto Raptors, I think there's many factors involved. Well, I think most people forget that last summer, two of the best players, they lost two of the best players to the free agency.
Yep.
One of those was Kawhi Leonard and Danny Green, who both decided to sign with Los Angeles Lakers. I think those are primarily two major factors. Because, you know, when you lose, you know, your superstar and another great role player like a Danny Green, then, you know, and I don't think they were replaced to that stature, but I think the other guys stepped in and more contribution from the bench.
So was that the mistake, that they didn't replace them with another superstar, just allowed existing players to fill the gaps?
I think they put their belief into their reserve system, believing that the players that are coming up from the 905ers or that are are going to be able to pick up the pieces.
So
after those
who
players.
was playing with the 905 Raptors the year before that ended up coming and playing with the Raptors this year?
I think the Chris Boucher from Montreal, the 6'10" kid that went to Oregon, and then obviously the. But I mean, these were. Chris had played a role during the season before Corona. I think he was really on the upswing. But unfortunately, he wasn't able to get it going, and I think that and then another player I think that came in really filled the spot was Terrence Davis, the point guard, big guard, came in, filled the role. But again, the rest of the players were supposed to chip in, but I think that's primarily.
But it was primarily the team that was around Kyle Leonard that they were expecting to step up and not have to replace him. Wasn't that the case?
Well, losing the two superstars, free agents, and not being able to fulfill those positions, and relying with the philosophy that, hey, look, we want to keep the core of this team the same, and being able to continue building.
And they did an incredibly good job, and they came, within what was it, 2 points of winning the semifinal, the Eastern Conference semifinal. But they didn't win, and Al, I'm asking you, like, you're the agent, so you're thinking about being the general manager, the president of basketball operations, and you're thinking about that. You lose two star players to free agency, and you didn't replace them with free agents. You replaced them with building up from the team that was there. Is that the right strategy?
Well, I mean,
it builds for the long term.
Based on the available free agents that were, and mind you, I'm not getting paid for the big bucks to make those decisions, but. I think based on the conditions that they were in, previous philosophy, which was, hey, being able to build players. I mean,
but that was the strategy before, and they built a good team, but they weren't going to get there, and then they got the free agent with Kyle Leonard,
yes,
and I guess your other player as well, brought them in, yes, and that got them the championship. So building the team doesn't seem to have gotten them to the brass ring. What got them to the championship was putting on top of a great team some free agents. And so I guess the question really comes down to not did they make a mistake last year, but what do you think they should do in the offseason? Because I understand there's this unbelievably good player that's available, correct?
Yeah, so I would think that, Giannis Antetokounmpo is going to be a free agent.
Who does he play with?
He currently plays for the Milwaukee Bucks. He's a prospect that they probably will campaign for. And also, they have some re-signing to do. They got Serge Ibaka that they have to re-sign, and
who played incredibly well. I was surprised how he came in and just, I'd never heard of him before, and he played unbelievably well.
Well, I think a lot of the core team was. I think there are some elements in and key factors to the team was in the center position that they were missing. They had a very good, passing. Marc Gasol, who's experienced, who's been there, done it. But I think it's just as his career is winding down, the expectations were different at 34. Yeah. Moving into 35, I think it makes it difficult to figure out that center position. And to have expectations for the other bench players to be able to fulfill such a veteran key position, I think that's also an element of that really wasn't calculated for.
So if you were the general manager, the president, would you be trading for this Milwaukee Bucks player?
Most definitely. I think it's
not trading. Sorry, signing.
Signing. Yeah. I think I think first you have to really figure out your salary cap in terms of some of the players that you have to re-sign. I don't think currently, as per the last interview, I don't think Masai Ujiri himself. The president of basketball, he hasn't signed himself yet.
Oh, really?
But he has gone.
We got to get him first, no question.
So he has actually signed Nick Nurse to a multi-year deal.
And not signed himself.
And he's in the midst of signing his general manager, Bobby Webster, next.
I got to tell you, this is a fascinating chessboard that you got to do, because you got to figure out the salary cap, you got to figure out the signings, you got to figure out if you got room to get this free agent, and versus do you sign the free agent and then reduce the salary cap? Anyway, we're going to take a break and come back more with Tom in just a minute. Stay with us.
J. Junaid Jamshed brings you Summer Clearance Sale with up to 50% off on all items. Starting from 9th till 18th of October. Rush to your nearest J. outlet or shop online at junaidjamshed.com/ca.
Here's to the people, pioneers searching for better, ambitious fortune seekers in strange new places. They're the inspiration behind Zoom, the fast and secure money transfer app from PayPal.
GTA Real Estate Investments. Pre-construction or resale. Consult trusted realtors. Get first access and incentives. Contact Khalid Aziz or Mashood Khalid, 647-865-2949.
Are you looking for a different type of realtor? Meet Sohail Khan, broker owner of Century 21 Innovative Realty Inc. You don't need to know a lot about real estate, but you do need to know Sohail Khan, who knows a whole lot about real estate. He knows contracts, negotiations, research, he knows the market, and he really knows the area. When it comes to real estate buying or selling, Sohail Khan is a know-it-all. Get to know Sohail Khan. 416-822-0305 or at sohailkhan.ca. Experience excellence.
वाजिद मलिक पेश करते हैं एक और शानदार प्रोजेक्ट इन द हार्ट ऑफ टोरंटो, वेस्टर्न विलेज. Beautiful brand new homes with 2 bedrooms, 2 washrooms, minutes away from 401 York University and Yorkdale Mall. Exclusive brand new stainless steel home appliances included. Prices starting from only $719,900. Don't miss this wonderful opportunity. Call now 416-827-3333 or visit www.wajidmalik.com.
टीम फरहान मॉर्गेज सॉल्यूशंस आपकी खिदमत में पेश 15 साल तजर्बे के हामिल, आपकी जरूरियात और मर्जी के एन मुताबिक कारोबारी, रिहायशी, तामीराती और ज़रई मॉर्गेज सर्विसेज. हमारा कम तरीन मॉर्गेज रेट. Team Farhan.
At Team Farhan, we're here for all your mortgage needs.
Müşterilerimize iyi ve kaliteli hizmet vermeye özen gösteriyoruz.
ونوفر كل التسهيلات القروض المالية لكل أنواع القروض.
Here at Team Farhan, we have mortgage solutions designed for you.
Team Farhan को एक दफा खिदमत का ज़रूर मौका दीजिएगा. And this is my personal promise to you, you will not be disappointed.
At Team Farhan, we have a mortgage solution designed for you.
मज़ीद मालूमात के लिए 416-569-9294 या फिर विजिट कीजिए हमारी वेबसाइट www.teamfarhan.com.
Welcome to Soho's Fashion Studio, a wonderland of designer and bridal couture, where our in-house designers will design your dream dress and our fashion houses in Pakistan will create it. Find casual to luxury fabrics under one roof. Quality is our #1 priority. We are open Tuesday to Sunday, 12:30 to 7:30. Shipping internationally and within Canada is also available. Visit us at 2275 Britannia Road, West Mississauga, Unit 15. Or call us at 647-967-0351.
एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स नॉर्थ अमेरिका की सबसे बाएतमाद और फास्टेस्ट एयर ट्रैवल सर्विसेज. 25 साल का तजर्बा लिए लातादाद अफोर्डेबल ट्रैवल डील्स के साथ एक्सीलेंस इन कस्टमर सर्विसेज ऑन जस्ट 1 फोन कॉल. ये है एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स. फॉर बुकिंग कॉल नाउ 1855-247-9464 और 905-272-2300. एयर विंग्स ट्रैवल एंड टूर्स.
Consumer Choice Award recipients and GTA's top-ranked service provider, Dixie Electronics, authorized dealer of all major companies. Shop with a peace of mind, and low prices are always guaranteed.
I promise best customer service and lowest prices in GTA, because we beat prices from all major stores and small stores. At Dixie Electronics, our motto is, we sell quality and deliver confidence.
Dixie Electronics and Appliances, 5120 Dixie Road, Unit 11, Mississauga. Phone number 905-625-5900.
Life is precious, and health is the greatest gift. The best investment you can ever make is in your own health and life. Take steps now for your health and life concerns, which includes drug and dental insurance, travel insurance, critical illness, disability income insurance, and super visa insurance. We also provide life insurance, RESP, RRSP, and segregated funds.
To make the informed decision, contact Babar Chughtai, your health benefit advisor at 416-816-9210. It's 416-816-9210.
Was your family or business prepared for this financial crisis? Want to learn how I prepare my clients with the essential financial planning pyramid for any financial crisis come their way? Hello, this is Zahid Sayed from Arooj Financial. For your complimentary Zoom or Skype meeting, call my office at 905-624-0008 or visit aroojfinancial.com.
Buying or selling a residential or commercial property is one of the biggest financial decisions most people will make in their life. The real estate lawyers at Alam Law Chambers will guide you through the complete real estate laws to ensure your transaction completes on time and your dreams come true. Reliable and affordable. Alam Law.
If you are looking for a reliable, professional, and affordable travel agency in your town, then your search is over. Global Travel and Tours is your personal travel partner. Our dedicated staff at Mississauga, Jeddah, and Islamabad is always ready to make your trip hassle-free, memorable, and cost-effective. We will assist you with hotel reservations, the transportation, visa assistance, and travel insurance. We are the #1 pilgrimage specialist for Hajj, Umrah, as well as ziyarat to Iran and Iraq. Global Travel and Tours is a one-stop solution for your travel, immigration, and Forex needs. We are IATA approved agents and an authorized Umrah agent. To book your holiday or Umrah package, please give us a call right now at 1-877-275-3555. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, I'm Brian Crombie, and we're going to be talking on the Brian Crombie Show. We're going to be talking about politics, arts, business, and social issues on the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Good evening and welcome back to the Brian Crombie Hour on Canada One TV. Pleasure to have you here. We're talking basketball tonight, and we've got Tom Rajabzadeh, who is a consultant to professional basketball, to NBA, to a lot of other people that are interested in basketball in Canada. Really smart guy. Played basketball, played soccer, and he's a really interesting fellow. And so welcome to our show again. We were talking about the Raptors and signing the president. Let's talk about Kyle Lowry. Like, the guy's amazing.
The guy is beyond amazing. The best Toronto Raptor player ever. I think some of the fans were lobbying or campaigning on the social media to build a statue of him outside the Scotiabank Arena.
How long is he signed for?
He has been on a 1-year deal. I think they have to figure out how they're going to
so
keep
we have
it.
to re-sign him too?
Yes.
Now the other guard, what's his name?
Fred VanVleet.
He's got to be signed.
He has to be signed, and in fact, there are other teams that are campaigning right now to be able to put themselves in position.
Because he made some three-pointers at clinch moments that reminded me almost of Leonard.
Absolutely. Well, perhaps not at that level, but I think again another floor general that maybe a clone in some ways of Kyle Lowry that's emerging. But yet still many miles to go. A younger Kyle Lowry, perhaps, on a left-handed, abilities that, I think it just need to be able to position the team to be able to sign him and see how the cap space works, and because ultimately I think the goal is to be able to get Giannis Antetokounmpo.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Sign him. When do you sign him? Do you sign him like right away? Do you go after him, or do you wait for a while, or how does that work if you think about the negotiations?
I think the NBA. I think you just have to wait for the NBA draft this season because of the coronavirus. The whole schedule has been messed up, and so next in line is the NBA draft. And after the season concludes, the playoffs conclude. Then and then you have to see what also. I mean, that also comes to the calculation. What do you do at the draft, and are you able to engineer some pieces?
Yeah.
So, and you know what, Raptors scouting and management, they've been brilliant. They've been brilliant to bring in undrafted player and create success.
One of the guys they brought in was this gentleman that didn't perform that well in the last series. Some people are actually blaming him. Do you think that's fair?
I'm sorry, which? I think you're talking about Pascal.
Yeah. He was drafted by the Raptors, wasn't he?
Yes, he was drafted, but he also came in through the 905ers. He spent some time there fine-tuning skills. Same with Fred VanVleet. Same with Chris Boucher. A lot of players that they use the 905 as a fine-tuning platform. And I don't think it's right to think that it's Pascal's.
But his average points per game between the final series and the prior series and the season changed dramatically, went down dramatically.
Well, look,
do you think the defense just figured him out and closed him down?
No, I think to some aspect, yes, but you also look at it. This is a player that was also helped the Toronto Raptors with the NBA championship last year.
But he had Kyle Leonard there, so he was not. He didn't have to be the star player.
So that's a huge gap that was missing. That's a whole chunk of scoring and rebounding, defense. That's just lack thereof, and when nobody else picks those pieces.
So if you were the coach and you had to go into him after the game or in the off season, what would you say to him in regards to what he needs to improve between this year and next year?
Look, Pascal has always had an excellent work ethics. I mean, this is a player that lives in the gym, and so I mean, I have had the privilege of following him through his college career, and he has continuously.
Where did he go to college?
University of New Mexico.
Really?
New Mexico State University. Yes. He actually played for a Canadian coach. Paul. But you know what? Looking the gradual progress this player has done, he's always shown excellent work ethics, and this is again that missing gap was, I think, when Danny Green and Kyle Lowry went, and then the other part of it is that you have an aging center that wasn't picking up. So you know what? They decided that they couldn't keep the defense honest. So there were a lot of, the opposing team were cheating a lot on defense, and they were, going towards Pascal because there was nobody else hurting them on offense. So I think once that problem is addressed in terms of a center, okay, you get out to bring in a major shot blocker, major
this guy
contributor.
On the Celtics, people have been talking is as good as Larry Bird.
As good as their number, but this team has been on a real good. I mean, Jason Tatum, he's been killing us. He killed us with the Toronto Raptors. I mean,
so the Celtics did have a really good team.
Well, I mean, Celtics. I went to University of Maine, so I grew up watching the Celtics. And and I'm also I love our Canadians, and I also follow. I mean, you got two other Canadians that are also in the team. Coach Scott Morrison, who literally worked his way up from the Canadian University, a success story that went up to work with the Maine Red Claws, the NBA G League affiliate NBA G League team, making the final roster at the Boston Celtics. Another key player, was also Canadian national team player Kelly Olynyk, has been also a major factor. For another team like Miami Heat.
Mm-hmm.
So
that is another one of the stories of this past year. Is the Canadians for the first time are doing a really impressive job within the NBA. Who's the player that's playing with? Is it the Denver Nuggets?
So Jamal Murray, a player from St. Catharines, yes, he's signed a multiple-year deal with Denver Nuggets, and it's been, his stats has been compared with the early years of Michael Jordan. Actually,
really?
Yeah. I mean, he has number of times he's had games in the 40s.
And you told me last year about some guy from Brampton that you said was one of the most sought after people from high school going into college.
Yeah, so from Brampton, yeah, of course, everyone knows the Tristan Thompson, who also, has played for. I mean, we have right now. Canada is blessed to have so many the most number of international players played in the NBA are Canadians.
Really?
Absolutely. And so, and also coaches are making more. Canadian coaches are also finding their.
What do you think about Nurse getting MVP, Most Valuable Coach? Coach of the Year.
Coach of the Year. No, I think it's well-deserved honor for what he's accomplished. His record has been exemplary. What he's done and how he has managed the team, on the court, off the court, with the social injustice issues, Black Lives Matter. I mean, these are tough times.
Do you think the NBA made the right decision, giving so much publicity to Black Lives Matter and the social justice issues? Was that the right move?
Well, absolutely. NBA has been a social justice champion when it comes to using its platform to talk about such important issues, daily issues that's happening within the Black community.
I think it's amazing that was it just a year ago when Donald Trump, President of the United States, was saying fire the blanks for people that were taking a knee during the national anthem. And then this year, everyone's taking a knee, and Black Lives Matter is written on the basketball court and written on Fifth Avenue in front of Donald Trump's condo. It's pretty amazing the change in a year.
Of course, I mean, I think all of this probably started with Colin Kaepernick with the NFL, who kneeled down during the national anthem.
Do you think someone's going to hire him? He's not playing right now, right?
That's a possibility because, it's, again, what he has done, how he's instigated this whole conversation. I mean, look, it's a worldwide event now.
Well, Tom Rajabzadeh. Rajabzadeh, thanks for coming in and talking basketball. Maybe we'll have to have you come back and talk football or soccer.
I appreciate that.
Sounds good. That's Tom Rajabzadeh, a basketball aficionado and an expert and a really nice guy on the Brian Crombie Show on Canada One TV. Thanks for joining us. Good night.